Assalamu alaikum. This is Muslim Network TV and you're watching GTA Muslims. Today, I'm your host, Moeez Rahman. Today, we're reporting live from Scarborough where I have the great pleasure of having an exclusive chat with Salma Zahid. Today, we're talking about the upcoming elections, points of concerns, and changes you can expect when she's re-elected back to office. Salma, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much for joining us.
Walaikum assalam. Thanks a lot, Moiz bhai, for having me on your channel and looking forward to the discussion.
Oh, it's our pleasure, and we have so much to talk about. But before we dive into that, can you share with us how are you feeling at this time about the upcoming elections?
It's really great. The responses at the doors are very positive. This is my fourth election, and I think more than ever, right now, the constituents here and the Canadians are looking to us, and I think everyone is of the view that we need to elect a strong Liberal government on April 28th so that we have someone as our leader like Mark Carney who can stand up to Donald Trump and fight the unnecessary tariffs and also the threats of annexation. I think Canadians are united more than ever.
I love that. And I love that's also your fourth time. Congratulations, mashallah to that. Now, when you're canvassing and you're having conversations with families at the doors, what are you finding are their primary points of concerns? Maybe three that you can share with us.
I love connecting with my constituents, and it has been an honor of my life representing the people of my riding in Ottawa. And I know life has not been very easy. Last few years, especially since after the pandemic, it has been very difficult. The interest rates went up, the inflation went up, and people are finding it hard to make their end meet. We have launched many programs in the last many years, which are really making a difference in the lives of the people, like $10 a day childcare, Canada Child Benefit, dental program, start of the pharmacare, but still a lot of more has to be done. And I know with the unnecessary tariffs also, people are finding it difficult to put food on the table and pay their rent. So affordability is one of the biggest issue. And I'm really glad that Mark Carney, our leader, has announced that there will be tax breaks for the middle class. So an average two-income household will save up to $825 and that is like additional money in their pockets to make sure that they can make their end meets. So that's one big issue. You have seen in the last few years the prices of the housing have really gone up. So housing is a very big issue. A lot of children cannot afford to move out and they are living with their parents either in their basement. So we have announced a very ambitious housing plan. And if elected, the Liberals, this will be the most ambitious plan since World War II. So we are planning to increase the pace of the construction of the housing, and approximately 500,000 houses will be constructed every year. And for the first-time home buyers, if they are buying a house under $1 million, there will be no GST. That will save about $50,000. So that will make it easier for the first-time home buyers, especially our young generation. I'm a mother of two, so I really understand their challenges. These are two big issues. And the third issue is fighting hate, because things have not been very easy in the last 2 years for my constituents. There have been increasing incidents of hate, increase in Islamophobia, increase in anti-Semitism. So it is really very important that we come together as a community and as elected representative for me to make sure that everyone feels safe. Like everyone living in Canada should feel free to practice the religion they practice, to practice their heritage and live together as Canadians.
Thank you for sharing that. There's a lot of information right there. You touched on this. I would like to ask you a follow-up question on it. The tariffs. So two-part question. For the consumers that feel that the tariff is a threat to our economy, what can you tell them? And for the ones that are just feeling natural layers of anxiety and worry because the economy has been so hard the way it is and now the tariffs are being imposed, what can you tell them to just better, I guess, feel more confident about this change that could be implemented?
Things will not be easy. And there are certain things which are not in our control, but there are certain things which we can do. Okay, what US does, what Donald Trump does is not in our control. But it is really very important that we build an economy here in Canada, make sure that we protect our workers. Our workers have been there for Canada whenever Canada has needed them. Now it is time that we provide support to our workers. Because of these unjustified tariffs, a lot of jobs in the auto sector, steel and aluminum are it will be difficult for the workers. There have been some layoffs, and so we will invest into our workers. We will make sure that we have policies in place like changes in EI, making sure that they have the ability to put food for their families. So we will be there for our workers. We have to build Canada stronger so that we can stand up to Donald Trump. And I'm very confident that under the leadership of Mark Carney, because he has that strong economic background, that we can build an economy which is one of the fastest growing economy in G7. And also, Mark Carney has the ability to stand up to Donald Trump, negotiate with him, bring international allies together, and make sure that we fight these. So we have introduced some dollar for dollar tariffs, and we will make sure that we continue to fight. And I just want to make it clear that never ever we will be a 51st state. We have to make sure that the sovereignty of Canada is protected. And more than ever, Canadians are united on that. So, with everyone's support, I'm sure that we will elect a strong Liberal government. It's really very important that we give a strong mandate to Mark Carney so that we can protect our sovereignty. We can make sure that Canadians are united until our flag and build an economy which works for everybody. So you have seen that very first day, Mark Carney canceled the consumer carbon tax. Carbon tax became very divisive for the Canadians. So that's why very first day he eliminated that. And we have seen the reduction on the gas prices as of April 1st, approximately 18 cents per liter. The prices have dropped. So that is like putting more money into the pockets. So that will tackle affordability crisis.
Yeah, and I love how you're also being honest about the reality. Everyone would like to go back to the Canadian dream. The reason why my parents migrated here, and it's a story for many, is to have a better outlook for the children, for the better future for them. And I can't necessarily say if financially or economically that better future is right now, but we're working towards it.
No, we are working towards it.
Right?
I also immigrated to Canada 25 years ago.
Very nice.
So October 15, 1999, I immigrated here, and the purpose was to build a better future for our next generations. And I'm very grateful that last 25 years, Canada has given us a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud to have raised my family here. I'm a mother of two, 26 and 24 years
Mashallah.
old, and both of them are working. So I understand the challenges of the new immigrants. I understand the challenges of the grassroots people, because I started my life as a new immigrant, as a grassroots person here in Canada. And I know initially I was not working because I was a stay-home mom with my children. So my husband was earning only $1,600 and we were paying $800 as rent. So I know these challenges.
Yeah. And that is a challenge of so many people. We did a recent study with our polls that we've been doing with consumers, and more than 50% of the people that we've spoken to have expressed to us that their housing cost is more than 50% of their earnings. And in an ideal world, it should be 30%. And after paying utilities, insurance, and groceries, they say they're living check to check.
Yeah, I know with the increase in the interest rates, it has been very difficult for the people who have mortgages, and the rents have gone high. And now we see some light at the end of the tunnel. The inflation has gone down. The interest rates have gone substantially down from 5%. Bank of Canada has been reducing the interest rate. So I think I'm very hopeful about and optimistic about our future. And Canadians are I'm very proud of their resiliency. They can deal with it, and we have dealt with many crises before, and I'm sure that we will deal with the present circumstances and emerge much more stronger than ever.
Thank you for saying that. We love the vote of confidence. So I would like to share with you a couple more consumer sentiments that we're getting, and just in a couple of answers, just let us know how you feel about them or how we can combat them. We've already touched on housing, which has been the most primary concern that we've gotten. For someone who believes that crime is only rising, what can you say to put their mind at ease?
I know we need to have a safe environment for everybody, so that The mothers don't have to worry when their kids are going out. And as a mother, like I'm always worried if my sons are out, what time they are coming back, and like I don't sleep until they come back. So we have to make sure that Canada is a safe place for everyone to raise their families.
Very
So
nice.
recently we have announced that there will be more RCMP officers. We will be training more CBSA officers to make sure that we tackle crime. Like there have been a lot of stealing of the cars, and we have seen. So we are trying to make sure that we get, like put extra resources at our borders with CPSA, RCMP, so that more surveillance is done for the cars going out. And also, it is really very important that we provide youth the opportunities like jobs, internships, so that they can be kept away from the crime. And I'm
Absolutely.
very proud that in my last 9.5 years, we have been able to work with our youth here. We have been able to bring Canada summer jobs. Last year also, like over 200 young Canadians in like my riding were able to find summer jobs through Canada Summer Jobs programs. So, and we are also like providing funding to not-for-profit organizations, places of worship, so that they can upgrade their places of worship, like changing the locks or making sure that they have security guards, like mosques and gurdwaras and mandirs and churches and synagogues, so that their places of worship are safe.
Sure, sure. I would like to ask a more personal question and statement that we're finding with the people that we're talking to outside. They're saying that their vote is completely contingent upon which party or candidate will not only address but make an effort to resolve what's happening in Gaza and Palestine. Can you share your sentiments about that?
This is a very important issue for many of my constituents
Hmm.
and for many Canadians from coast to coast to coast. Last, since October 7, 2023, things have not been easy. I represent a very huge Lebanese community, Muslim community. It has been very, like, I don't know how to describe it, but seeing all those videos and the images coming out of Gaza, parents burying their children, uh, children seeing their parents being killed. We have lost so many innocent lives. That should not have happened. But I'm very committed for this cause. I chair Canada Palestine Parliamentary Friendship Group, and I've been working on this even before October 7, 2023. But since October 7, 2023, I have like worked with the community. I have worked with my colleagues to make sure that the voices of the Palestinian people, the people of Gaza, are heard. I was the one who rallied my colleagues and called for a ceasefire, sent a letter to the Prime Minister asking that Canada should call for a ceasefire. That was October 20th, 2023. So I brought in 32 other MPs who signed that letter. I'm grateful to my colleagues. I have called for a two-way arms embargo. I have called for the recognition of the Palestinian state, a recognition of anti-Palestinian racism. I did 7 roundtables last summer across Canada, where I heard directly the stories of the Palestinian people. I think anti-Palestinian racism is deep, it's systemic, and it is really very important that it should be recognized within our anti-racism strategy. Because I know like Islamophobia is recognized, but all Palestinians are not Muslims. Okay? And I heard heartbreaking stories from the Palestinian people. We have seen in the last many years, like last many months, that a lot of young people have lost the opportunity to be successful in their careers just because they are trying to bring the voices of the Palestinian people.
Yeah, yeah.
People in my riding, from the Lebanese community, from the Middle East, have seen loss of many of their family members. Like one of my constituents lost 14 members of the family in Lebanon within 7 days. I've stood with my community, and I want to assure my community that I will always be their voice. I personally went to West Bank in January 2024 to hear firsthand from the Palestinian families. And I have seen myself with my own eyes, and I have heard stories of the constant dehumanization of the Palestinian people. So it is really very important, and Canada's foreign policy has been very clear that there should be a two-state solution. We need to have a state of Palestine where Palestinians can live freely in their homeland. We need to have a state of Israel where people of Israel can live freely. The future of Palestinian people should be decided by them. And it is really important for Canada to recognize the state of Palestine. I have been their voice, and I will continue to be their voice if I get the opportunity and if I have the confidence and the support, and I might re-elected on April 28th.
Salma, I can hear the energy and passion. I can see it in your eyes. And it's good to know that this is top of mind for you and a genuine concern for you, just right in your core, right in your heart.
No,
right?
no, it is there, and I have signed the Vote Palestine pledge, which calls for
Yeah.
5 things, and I've been advocating, like for all like last 18 months for that.
I can see your wristlet as well.
Yes.
Yeah, this is not just chatter. You're
Yeah,
walking
no,
the
I
talk
have
as
it.
well.
Yeah.
I love that. So to lighten up the mood a little bit and to help our audience learn more about you, I'm going to ask you a series of questions, rapid fire questions, if you will, and let's have fun with it.
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it. So now, would you say that you are a morning riser or are you a night owl?
It depends.
Okay.
I
Very
can be
nice.
both.
During the
Yes.
campaigning
My
time.
sons are night owls.
Of course.
Yes. But I can be both. Like if I'm needed to get up like early, I will do that. So
I love it.
yeah, in the campaign,
Awesome.
it's like long, long, long hours.
Sure.
Last night we went home after like I think 2:30 at night.
Wow. And here I am bothering you the
No,
next day
no,
for an
no, no, I'm
interview.
here.
I love it. If you were not into politics, what profession would you want to be in ideally?
I think I would have been in teaching. My master's degree is in educational management and administration, and my father was a teacher also. He taught in Pakistan Army and served Pakistan Army for 35 years. And since after his retirement, he's ran a private school also from Montessori to advanced levels. And I was helping him. And when I came here to Canada, I got my degrees evaluated, and I had to do 1 or 2 courses. I would have got an Ontario teaching certificate, and I thought once the kids start going to school, I will get into that. But before that, I got involved in politics,
Sure.
and that went on the side.
I think it's safe to say that in your heart you want to make a change, whether it's through this or through teaching, you just want to bring a change.
Yeah, I think what brought me into politics was also as a parent activist, I was fighting against cuts to education.
Okay.
And back in 2002 and 3, I was protesting outside Queen's Park for a better education system for our children, and that brought me into politics.
Very nice. Okay, are you a coffee person
Oh
or a
yes,
tea?
I
Coffee?
am a coffee person. I
Not
don't
tea?
drink tea.
Not even doodh patti.
No. I drink coffee, and I need
Lovely.
that in the morning, a large cup.
I love that. I love that. Are you a sweet person or savory person?
I have a sweet tooth. I cannot resist. I should not be eating. I am diabetic too, but I cannot resist sweets.
What is your go-to sweet?
Huh?
Your favorite sweet? Your favorite dessert?
Pakistani mithai, cham cham, rasgulla.
Very, very good choice. And for all our lovely viewers that are watching you right now, where can they follow your journey?
And any of the viewers can follow me on my social media. I'm on the Facebook, Instagram, X, and my campaign office is located at 1550 Birchmount Road. Come over. We are open from morning till night. You can come and knock doors with us. You can make phone calls, and I think it's really very important that on April 28th, vote for Salma Zahid to make sure that we elect a candidate who can fight for the constituents of Scarborough Centre, Don Valley East.
That's awesome. And to our lovely viewers, as always, thank you so much for watching. But we want to hear from you. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you have any questions that you would like for us to ask Salma, please also input them in the comments below, and we'll be sure to come back, bother Salma, and get those answers for you. As always, like, share, subscribe, and inshallah, I'll see you in the next video.